2020 has been quite the year, hasn't it? The events that have taken place thus far would lead you to believe that this is one of the worst years to be alive. And we still have about 3 more months left as the recording of this video. It's no surprise to read stories about depression rates climbing, considering there's one emotion that is taking control over most of the human race, whether we want to admit it or not. And that emotion is fear. Watching the news, scrolling through current events on Twitter, or any other social media platform really, would lead you to believe that the world is on fire, and the only thing left to do is to panic and fear the universe. The current state the world is in right now kind of reminds me of the Wormy episode from SpongeBob. Now obviously this probably wasn't intended by the writers, but that's the beauty of the show, that it can relate to any situation even when it's not trying to. But here's my point. This episode revolves around SpongeBob and Patrick meeting Sandy's new pet caterpillar, who's named Wormy. While Sandy goes out of town for a few days, she puts the two of them in charge of watching over Wormy. SpongeBob and Patrick quickly befriend the caterpillar and enjoy a day of fun and games together. As the two of them leave, they vow to have even more fun with Wormy the next day. For this analogy, I ask that you think of the caterpillar as the epitome of love and happiness, which is something that I hope all of us are pursuing for in everyday life. Overnight, Wormy goes through a quick metamorphosis and becomes a butterfly. However, since SpongeBob and Patrick live at the bottom of the ocean, they have no idea what a butterfly is and what happened to their new best friend, Wormy. So they revert to panicking in fear and assuming that the butterfly is a terrible monster that ate Wormy and will eat everybody and anything else that it comes into contact with. As the butterfly escapes into town, SpongeBob and Patrick make it their mission to warn every single person about the horrible monster butterfly. But you see, the problem isn't necessarily them warning everybody about the creature, it's the way they do it.
Run, everybody run, monster!
All of a sudden, a whole city that was in a great mood a few hours ago turns into the apocalypse over a damn butterfly. The assumptions and rumors spread from 2 individuals who don't even understand the big picture is enough to spread fear to every single person and cause absolute chaos to Bikini Bottom. Yesterday, the vibe was all happiness and loving, and this day marks the day where fear has taken control over everyone's life. SpongeBob and Patrick, for some reason, believe that they did a good thing, when all they did was make the situation worse with their fear tactics.
We did it, Patrick! We saved the city!
Now, to prevent any confusion as to what I'm ultimately saying, I want to make the following point, and that is that I'm not saying the pandemic's not real or Kobe didn't die, for instance. There are obviously serious current events and moments in life that should make you feel a certain type of way. And if they don't, well then I would argue that you're either faking how you really feel, or as a human being, you should care more about tragic events. The point is that the world would do whatever it can to put you in a state of fear, even when you're not looking for it, because those that are in fear are easier to control. And honestly, I swear every year is the new quote, worst year. In 2012, I remember vividly, people were claiming that was the worst year, and then 2016 came along and that was the worst year, and then 2019 comes and that's the worst year, and what do you know, 2020 is now considered the worst year. You get what I'm saying? Like, according to bots and social media, every year is the worst year. And that's exactly what they want you to think. I don't know if I live on a different planet or something, but honestly, when I step out into the real world, I don't see mass destruction, buildings burning down, or signs of the world ending anytime soon. It looks pretty normal to me. And I get it, some people don't want to hear that for some reason. They want to believe that the only way out is to fall into the Great Depression, and if you say anything related to the idea of there still being enjoyment left on Earth, then you're delusional and can't accept people's feelings. Shout out to my man Ralph Smart. Let love guide you, not fear. Even with all the rumors, try not to fear the butterfly. Thanks for watching.